My name is Levi Chinelo and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to today's talk and interview with my guests and
My name is Ali Henry Abibola.
you're welcome, ma'am. And tell us what you do, like who you are, what you do. Let everybody know you, please.
Okay, my name. Okay, as I've rightly said in the beginning, sorry, pardon me for every wrong that I'm doing today. I have kata, sorry, thank you. So, as I've rightly said in the beginning, my name is Ali Henry Abibola. I'm a student of Adekunle Ajashin, a foreign level student of religious and African culture. Okay, what did I do precisely?
Yeah.
Okay, aside the fact that I'm a student, I'm a hairstylist, and currently I'm learning content writing and how to speak better and be a good speaker, like I've already said. So that's it.
You're welcome, ma'am. And today's edition is on teenagers, and we've brought a very, very great person that is with us here. She's a teenage lover. Actually, she loves teenagers, and that's why we love her. So our first question here, really want to ask you, who is a teenager? Who do you call a teenager?
Okay. Before I will initially define a teenager, let me go by this. Let me say teenage lies in between a childhood and adulthood. So that's the period between childhood and adulthood. If you just say who is a teenager, let's just using age brackets, we should just say from 10 to let's say 19. Teen, all these teen, you get
Yeah.
10, 11, 12, you get. Let me just categorize it like that. But sometimes people from 18 they believe they are adults,
Yeah.
which is also okay.
But are they really adults?
It depends. Let me just say it depends, because let me just say there's a little freedom. You know that as we grow up, little by little, you are allowed to do some things, and sometimes you are not allowed to do some things. There are some certain things that you are still permitted to do when you are 18 already, and when you are still 15, your parent can frown at it, which is okay. But let's say as at that stage too, you can still be called a teenager.
Let's say. And second question here will be, what should a teenager know at an early stage that will really help him or her in the nearest future, like when he's not in his teens again?
Okay, what should a teenager know? I know something about these stages. There's this rush in that stage, especially we Nigerians. Let me say, we're after that 18. Like me, when I was at that stage, I was just like, my 16 years birthday was nothing to me.
Okay.
I was not making use of that period.
Okay.
I was just eager. I shall to become an adult. I was thinking that when I become 18, they will just leave me to just live my life. Like you get, and they will just leave me to live my life anyhow, not like anyhow I want. But at least I'll be a little bit free. But what I would just say is that don't be in a rush. It's this period you start feeling some sensation in your body. You feel urges, which will never die till you die. So you feel that you have emotional growth. You have periods to sense everything going around you. So there are this period, there is parent tension. Everything will look as if it's only on you. But I bet you if you can calm yourself down and ask for God's wisdom, you are going to skate through everything, and you are going to appreciate yourself for yielding to the little that comes your way in that period of time, because it's a short period.
Thank you. Sorry, before we go on, I would like you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and if you've not, please subscribe to this YouTube channel to get more insights. Thank you. So our next question will be, what can you say about a teen in a non-platonic relationship?
Okay, non-platonic relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, like I've rightly asked you before. Yeah, I think non-platonic makes a romantic relationship. Okay, I believe our audience are Christians.
Yeah, sure.
So when we are talking generally, there are some arguments that will raise up that this thing is a lie, this, that. But let me say, a teenager that is in a no platonic relationship, my advice is leave, step out. So there's a place in Song of Solomon, if I'm right. Yeah, I think I'm right. It said that do not stir up love when it's not hot. So it will save you a lot if you should go, and you will appreciate yourself later, because when you run away from a romantic relationship, aside the fact that you're saving yourself, you're also saving the person. So I've been in that kind of relationship before where I literally don't want anything to happen, and I left. When I left, the only thing that the person could just say is, "Thank God we did not do anything. Thank God I was just like, so the main thing was that, but actually I have saved myself, and either the person take it or leave it. I have saved him from doing what he ought not to do. So the best thing is step out. But the fact is that it's not easy. Your flesh, as at this period, there's this sensation that you want to commit yourself into. It's normal, but the best thing, aside the fact that it will add everything, it will add more value to you and many other things. Just leave. There's time for everything. There's time
for everything. Some teenagers just feel they can be in a relationship, like they'll be like, but we are not doing anything, we are just there, nothing, no relation, we'll just be brothers and sisters. So what can you say about that?
Okay, what I can say about that? It's normal. Everybody's like, we're not doing anything. Yeah. It's true. But let's issue start. Okay. You know that there's something is going on. In short, something has been cooking. It's just yet to be done. Be like, nothing is happening. But the fact is that if you are finding yourself in that kind of relationship, and first thing, if you are a Christian, I believe our audience again, I'm saying it again. They are Christians.
Even
if they are not. You know that some people are hard. Okay, there was a time on the platform I hope, and there was a topic there, relationship should teenagers be in a relationship or something. And literally, I don't really want to answer because there's this thing that people won't accept it, and next thing they just bring in, if you're outside, if you're this, you're allowed to have relationship, it's not bad. Literally, I will not say I'm not against relationship.
Okay.
I'm not against a relationship, but the fact is that date wisely and date with a goal. So, like I read David Anderson rather. I read this novel, and there I saw that these people, what we are taking as joy, they are trying to come it there. Wow. Do you get?
Yeah.
They are trying to come it. I was just like, what Nigerians are happy about, and this is what I'm trying to stop. But the fact, okay, let me go back to our question, is that if you are in that kind of relationship, if you are in that kind of relationship, you're having guilt about the relationship you are staying. Anything having guilt, I believe it should be stopped. Anything you're having they are double-minded about, I feel you can stop it since you are not good with it.
And you can seek advice too.
Yeah.
So another question is that most teenagers normally we know they should have somebody they should look up to, somebody that they want to be like. It's normal. So I want to ask you, who should a teenager's role model be? Like, who should it be?
Role model. These days there's something that I understand about role models. I'm very scared of role models. I don't even know why, because I don't like to choose someone I don't know as a role model. So the first thing I would say is that anybody you'll be choosing is someone that you should know. Know them very well. Like now, some people can just pick anyhow person on net because of achievement, because of what you're seeing them doing. You just be like, this person is my role model. And sometimes we just pray, God, I want to be like this person. God, I want to be like this person. And you don't really know much about this person. But if you're a teenager and you want to choose a role model, choose wisely. You can seek for God's direction first. God should be your first role model. So your Bible, you should know that if you want to know about God, you know that you know His word.
Yeah.
So God should be your role model. Then He has blessed us with men. They will come around and you choose. But you choose in the spirit.
Yeah.
And you should be the right person. You should be someone that you can look up to. You should be someone that maybe careerly you like the person, and you just want to follow this person's step. You can do that. And aside from having a particular role model, you can have someone you look up to in all areas of your life. You can just pick them, but there's someone particular. But the person should be an outstanding person and someone that you can vouch for everywhere.
Okay, our next question here is to you. What are the helpful tips you can give a teenager while choosing career, while discovering their potentials?
Okay, potentials. Okay, let me just say, for a teenager, if you want to choose career, it's okay if you should study yourself first. Like, study what you like. I like to do what I enjoy, so that you would like to know what you enjoy doing, what you would get tired of doing. That's the first thing. You don't do things because people are going there. My friends are playing ball, I want to go and play ball too. You don't do something because you just want to be known. Do what you enjoy so that you won't end up disliking or not finding pleasure in it again. You can also pray. Pray. Sometimes we don't know how we ought to live. We don't know how we ought to go. We don't know how we ought to speak. We don't know how we ought to do virtually everything. But when we pray, we just see that this thing is just coming around. And God is a track recorder rather. So He will help you trace it and He will order your step towards what? Righteousness.
So, like you've said before, that teenagers are still young. So, do you think it's advisable for them to lean on the choices of their parents or somebody that are elderly to them? Like maybe in the case of choosing career, choosing friends, and things like that, Sha.
Okay. About this, what I would say is this. Okay, leaning on people to choose career for you, and you choosing yourself. It's a gap that literally some people go through the stress of my parents choose this thing for me. They don't want me to become what I want to become. But the thing is, choose it yourself. If they are not permitting it, I believe so much in prayers. Pray for a change of mind. And there's something that I would like a teenager to take away at that time. Maybe you just want that thing, you desire so much, and they're bringing another thing to your table. You don't need to shout, this is what I want to do. You don't need it. There's this arrogance at that stage. You will not allow me to live my life. Leave it. No, just be calm. Be calm. When they complain today, complain tomorrow. You can just, they are no animals. Our parents are no animals. They have feelings. If you go there, they are not harmful. And you put it through prayers and it's not doing the same thing. Mind you are still small. I would advise you to follow what they want you to do. But nevertheless, bring what you want to the face of your life. Like now, maybe I have a friend that apparently told her that to read all these doctors something. And this sister, she become a renounced MC, a well person. That's it's total thing from this thing. She followed it, and currently she's a good MC, and she's a good doctor. She's a good medical doctor. So in wisdom you can balance it. That's if teenagers are ready to take away arrogance.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. So this question is like, what do you think influences teenagers the most? Is it church? Is it friends, peer pressure, or what do you think influences them most?
Okay.
Like whose advice do they follow the most?
Oh, this space is quite it's not hard, it's not choking. The fact is that we live in an environment, a big environment, let me just say, environment influences teenagers. Environment influences everybody. Either you're a child, either you're a teenager, either you're an adult. Your friends have influence on you, parents have influence on you, and school have influence on you, church has influence on you. The fact is that what has influence more on you is what you stay with more. What you stay with more. Is my English correct?
Yeah.
So if
What you put your mind
into, yeah, like now, let's say that a child you go to school 8 and you're back from school by 4.
Okay.
We have 24 hours in a day. You should calculate it. It's not up to 12. You know it's up to 12 hours in school. So you're having few hours at home. You're going to church. Maybe you're this church type. You're going to church. So you have in a day you have gone through 3 circles.
Yeah.
And the fact is that once you are getting to another circle, you adjust to that circle again.
Yeah, sure.
But out of all this circle, learn to sit down in the night to think of everything and make a decision. So that will guide your life, that will guide your process, that will guide your choice. Beyond all influence, your choice matter.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay, thank you. And then this question is like, do you think teenagers should be paid more attention to than the adults? Wait, you know the adults I'm talking about, like adults, like in this context now we can say from 20 upward.
Okay.
The adults. So do you think those between the ages of 10 to 19 should be paid more attention to than those in the age of 20 to upward? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what I will be saying about that is, I feel people, parents and everybody should pay attention to teenagers, in the sense that there's a foundation to the future that we're looking up to. Like, there's a foundation towards adulthood, what you are going to become. So it's everything that you have formed at this stage that you build up. Once the foundation is bad,
Yeah.
the house can't stand. And to now start, even though if you have made a lot of mistakes, then if you are now coming back to build and everything is just standing, you know that you've been far back. So if you leave your child to become wayward at this time and suddenly the child gets to know, you know you have to go back again. You are looking for career, something what you should have figured out then, you did not figure it out. I just want to start building. It's not to work. You have to go back. So there's a need for us to pay attention to the teenage era than adults.
Okay, that is all about it. So we want to know about our guest today. So not really knowing about you, but we just want to know your choices on the things that we are about to ask you. The question is, if you could go back in time, what year will you go back to?
Hi, Jesus. I think that question is quite
Confusing. You have a lot of
funny.
sweet memories, right? And
aside sweet, we have some years that we have to go back to, and now correct.
yeah, that's true.
Well,
That's true.
The thing is that we can't go back, but
If you can.
if I can, oh God, which year? I think that was my secondary school. Let me see my SS2 precisely. Let me say 2017, let's say 2016, 2015, 2016.
Okay. That's good. So we ask you, why would you want to go back to 2015, 2017, or like you said?
Okay. Okay. The reason why I would love to go back there is so that I can bridge the gap that I couldn't bridge then. I think I have friends that I should have worked hand in hand with then, but due to I have little pride inside of me, and I don't really like to work.
Okay.
And everybody think I was proud, which I was not, but I just like to keep to myself. No, it's still pride.
Okay.
If I could just go back, I remember there were times when my niece would say, "You are too proud." I'll be like, I'll not talk, and I'll just. Well, if I can go back, I'll correct it. That I'm sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, you just go back and be like, hello, this is Ali of name and I'm so sweet. Okay, I understand. So what gift do you have, like your talent, apart from being an hairstylist?
Talent. Oh, what's talent? Okay. I think with God, by God's grace, I think I can act.
Wow.
I can write scripts.
Oh.
What else? What else? I can sing a little bit, but I don't really love it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's end it there.
So another question is, what's your biggest fear in life?
The biggest fear, God. My biggest fear is me not making it though. God. I must make it I wish to always make it all year of my life. My purpose, in short, I must wish. Yeah. I want to spend Jesus money.
Oh wow, we will spend Jesus money. We will spend it.
So let's spend it.
So, amidst of you being afraid of not making it, what keeps you going? What makes you think you are going to make it? What keeps you going? What gives you the morale?
Yeah. What keeps me going is God. Because I'm a Christian, so when Jesus came to this earth, he faced different trials. There were happy moments, there were times where he had to run, there were times he had to stay, and there was a time for you to face everything, and it came out to be a success. So the thing is, God is what keeps me going.
That's simply good. Okay, so what's the Bible verse that has helped you a lot, that whenever you are going through stuff you'll be like, oh, the Bible says it? What's that verse that will keep you going?
Okay. I think the Bible verse that keeps me going is it's one man that taught us when I was small. Okay. It's Matthew 11:28. Come unto me, all who are labors and heavy laden, and I will give you rest.
Yeah, that's the right choice. So, to wrap it all up, what advice would you give a teenager that is approaching adulthood?
Oh God. Okay, the advice I would give a teenager that is approaching adulthood: be patient with yourself. Don't rush. Suck out all the juice in your teenage period. Is this period you find out what you love to do and what you want to become. You can literally picture everything you want to become this period. While adulthood is a period where you learn to build on all these things. So my advice is that stay calm. During parent prayer, don't be arrogant, but it's very painful. Be calm and be patient with yourself. That's literally the thing. And just know your God.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us in this edition of Talk with Chi. And I can bet you met with a Jesus girl, and I know she has influenced you a lot. Thank you. And please, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do that. And thank you. See you next time. Thank you.